And so now we're going to do our play out of our final presentation for the time that you spent the last 2 days working on your topic. Hopefully we came out with some awesome stuff. I know I saw it yesterday, it was really cool. So we're going to start first. For some reason my team wanted to go first, and it's good for me too because I have work to do to make sure everything is working fine in this room. And then I think the metrics team wanted to go second, yeah? And then this team wanted to go third. So, are you going to go fourth? Fourth back there. Who's going to go fifth? Okay, fifth. And then you guys can just figure out and self-organize and jump on in. So let's go ahead and get this stuff started with We the People. And just to let everyone know, we have about 10 minutes each to go through our presentation. I really ask you guys to be respectful of the time box. Okay? So we can get things started on time and get everything rolling. Let me give Rick a second here. Okay. Here you go. Okay.
Rick, is anybody sitting here, you know? No, it's you.
Are you ready to start?
It started.
Okay, here you go. Okay, are you ready to start, Doug? Bob? The rest of our team is here? Everyone is in place? Okay, here you go. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that one. Oops. That's not some speeders too. Okay. Okay, we are We the People. Our topic was agility for the good of humanity. And our vision is We the People. More? Okay, We the People, in order to advance NGOs, nonprofits, and community groups, want to introduce Agile to these communities in a fun and engaging way. And I'm going to hand it off to Nick.
Yeah, so thank you. So we're going to do this in a little bit of a different way. Hopefully have some fun with it. So first of all, we're going to be doing the, set time check there, Jason?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we're Agile for the goal of humanity. And with that, so we have a nonprofit group, 5 Saturdays. And we'd like with that, I'd like to introduce Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave is the founder of 5 Saturdays. Thank you. Thank you for coming. And so can you tell everybody, first of all, what is 5 Saturdays? And then also, we talked a little about how Agile can impact you. So what's your problems? What things are you facing within 5 Saturdays?
All right, time's up.
All right. Thanks, Jason. So 5 Saturdays, we empower students to learn agility with Scrum and Kanban, software technology concepts. We also are involved with job readiness and effective communication. We also engage professionals like yourself to come in and become learning facilitators to run our student workshops. And so some of the things that we're looking at is how do we develop a better vision, engage the people in our organization, manage feedback a lot better, respond to the changes in the environment, and also take an economic view as to what's going on with our organization and build in some continuous flow. But one thing, we want to look at mitigating risk because we have a lot of volunteers and they're not full-time employees. So those are some of the key challenges that we have.
Well, thank you. So why don't we do this, Dr. Dave? Let's go. I'm going to show you sort of my team here. We'll sort of walk through that. So why don't we come over here? We're going to go talk to a DVR over here. He's also named Dave, by the way, Dr. Dave.
Okay.
So he's going to talk a little bit about
DVR?
visioning the solution and sort of walk you through that.
All right, thank you very much. So you just expressed some of the values you want to have, and one of the things I wanted to talk about was how those values can apply to non-software projects and with your organization. So you talk about responding to change. So things change fast with nonprofits, as they do across the world today. You can also get a continuous flow of work and change to your organization, to your volunteers, to your content of your training. You can get vision, have a clear vision, modify that vision, translate that vision into goals very quickly and easily, and go from there. The last one with economics, you can understand how effective your program is, how your resources, your money, all that sort of stuff works together in a non-software way and apply that across your organization. So you can bring a lot of value with Agile to your organization, not just in the teaching you give to your students. So from there, to talk about solutions, one of the first things we want to do is actually identify the right framework. There's a lot of different Agile frameworks, and depending on which one works the best for you, we would apply that. We look for alignment not only for yourself, but people in your organization, your students, your volunteers. And from there, we would look from your outcomes to change them into goals and move from there. And then one of the final things that would be a great outcome is as you work through the Agile, some leadership should come out. As you work with everybody, self-forming teams, you coach, people will come up and become leaders.
Yeah, awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining. Now we're going to go, Dr. Dave, we're going to go over
Can I
to...
ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Does he read minds by
He
any
could.
chance?
He could.
Seems like
Yes,
he does.
right on it, right on it. So with that, I'm going to take you over to Cindy, who's going to share about assessments. With the-
So one of the first things, closer to my chin, okay. One of the first things that we do when we engage with a customer is do an assessment. So we want to kind of learn a little more about you, about your vision, about your strategy, about your goals, where you are now, where you want to be. So one of the first things is, especially with a nonprofit, because they're very purpose-driven, is what is the purpose of your organization? What community service do you want to serve?
We're all about high school students, and we're all about teaching them Agile and technology. We're a STEAM-based organization. That's what we care about.
Excellent. Then we'd want to know something a little bit about the culture that you have currently. So does anybody out there in the audience have a question that might probe into the current culture? Victor.
So, for example, what's the collaboration level like in your organization between individuals on teams?
It's highly engaging because we use 15-minute sprints, which we call micro sprints. And basically, as the students engage, they're dealing with software, they're doing stand-ups, they're spending their time elaborating stories, of building stories, they're doing retrospectives. So all of the games that we play in Agile, in terms of the penny game, the pawn game, so all of those things we bring into the workshop so that they're fully engaged.
So it sounds like you have a really good agile and collaborative culture.
Try.
All right. What about, there are some constraints around a nonprofit or NGO that other organizations might not have. Does anybody have a question that might cover some of the constraints that they have?
I have a question. Specifically, when you're working with a volunteer organization, do you find it difficult or constraining to get volunteers to engage and actually give of their time and effort consistently?
Well, especially when you're working with Agile professionals like yourself, we're highly constrained in terms of time because a lot of us travel. We have a lot of work to do. So oftentimes it's really difficult to find people like yourself to participate in the process. But the good thing is we have other industry professionals who are willing to step in and learn the process as well.
Well, thank you for sharing the assessment. So with that, Dr. David, we're going to do a little bit deeper assessment later. But let's go over to Lalit, and I'll share a little bit about on the training side of things.
cool.
So let's go over there real quickly. Lalit, can you speak to, here's Dr. Dave. Dr. Dave, Lalit, can you go a little bit about the training?
Dr. Dave, nice to meet you. How are you doing today?
Great.
So I just want to give you an overview of how our training is different from run-of-the-mill training, which is pre-recorded, PowerPoint slide after slide after slide. So our training is specific to your needs and requirements that we're going to create, custom-made for you only, just to make sure that people are not on phone, and we involve your high school kids because it's really important for us to involve them. So we will do whatever it takes. We will create face-to-face training modules. We will have online trainings and games to make it more fun and interactive. So basically the idea is to have the change agents created after the training is done, and they are able to implement whatever is taught to them in the classroom via games and other techniques. So it's going to be an interactive and collaborative training modules that we're going to create for you.
Okay. Thank you, Lalit. So I'd like to go, let's go to the front real quick here.
One thing I want to say to Lily
Yeah,
is
go ahead.
just simply that, I'm glad it's going to be engaging because the point is that we don't want to end up at the Breakfast Club, right?
That's right. That's right. That's right. So there's another key part, right? Is sustainable change, which is really key, right? So we're going to focus on sustainable change to make sure it stays within your organization. And we also have tools, right? So we also have certain tools, and Bella can quickly speak on the tool side of things.
Yeah, we are going to be discussing tools like CRMs, Some engineering tools, cloud-based collaboration tools. These are going to help you build your member and donor databases, excuse me, and increase donations, keeping low costs. Keeping your costs low because people offer free tools at low services.
And I'll plug Salesforce, right? Jason? Free tools are nonprofit.
Yeah, so we'll be able to do that. So the cloud sharing will give your teams abilities to work from wherever, whether they're in the same location or if your students need to do some work during the week, they can get on your cloud-based services and go ahead and get ready for their sprints.
Okay, awesome. So we sort of wrapped it up there. We're short on time. I know you're short on time. You got places to be. Any other thing you got? Any comments?
What's the next step?
All right. Ooh, it should be up there. What's the next step?
Our metrics. And then...
Oh, no, that's our
That's the next step.
That's
All right.
next. And push
Thank
it
you,
in there.
guys.
And with that, we do have metrics. We're going to have metrics. We have a metrics team to do all that. So with that,
Yeah,
the
we're gonna bring
metrics
the
team can
metrics
take
team
it
up.
over.
Come on up, guys.
We've got 17 minutes. Huh? It says 17 minutes left.
No, I just stopped.